When I first met Daniel, it felt like fate. Two 19-year-old kids, both ambitious, both reckless, both dreamers in a world that never seemed built for people like us. We were standing in line for some dull entrepreneurship seminar, shuffling our feet, waiting for a speaker who was already 40 minutes late. I remember Daniel leaning over to me and whispering, "This guy better have the secret to $1 million, or I swear I'm walking out." I laughed, and in that laugh was the start of something dangerous. We clicked instantly. Both of us came from broken families. His father an alcoholic, my mother neglectful. We didn't just share jokes. We shared scars. And scars are powerful. They bind people together in ways normal friendships can't. We spent endless nights on cracked leather couches, sketching dreams on crumpled notebooks. Tech startups, apps that would change the world, services that would finally make us rich enough to escape our broken pasts. "Bro, it's you and me against the world," Daniel used to say, raising his cheap beer can in a mock toast. And I believed him. God, I believed him. At 21, we made a promise. We'd succeed together, or we'd fail together. No in-between. Our first real startup was born in a greasy diner at 2 a.m., an app that connected local freelancers to quick neighborhood jobs. We called it HandyGo. It was messy, buggy, and barely worked half the time. But it was ours. And when we pitched at a college startup competition, to our shock, we won third place. A $1,000 check. Not much, but to us, it felt like striking gold. We poured everything into it: time, money, relationships. I lost a girlfriend because I spent more nights with Daniel than with her. He lost touch with his siblings because family was a distraction. But it felt worth it. Because HandyGo grew. Investors started sniffing around. Local press wrote about two young disruptors shaking up the gig economy. Every article, every photo had both our names. Ethan and Daniel. Partners. Brothers. A team. The first crack was so small, I almost ignored it. An investor meeting. Daniel was doing most of the talking, as usual. He had charisma. He knew how to charm people. But when the reporter asked, "So, who founded this idea?" Daniel smiled and said, "Well, it was something I've been playing with for a while." Ethan came along later. I froze. Later? We'd been together since day one. But I laughed it off. Maybe he just slipped up. Maybe it didn't matter. Except it kept happening. Interviews. Pitches. Suddenly, I was the assistant, the support guy, the friend who helped out. Behind closed doors, he reassured me, "Bro, you know it's just optics. Don't take it personally." But late at night, I'd stare at the glowing screen of my laptop, scrolling through articles with his smiling face, his quotes, his story. And I was invisible. The final blow came a year later. We were in negotiations with a major VC firm. Millions on the line. I was nervous but excited. Then the paperwork arrived. Daniel had listed himself as sole founder. My name wasn't on it. Anywhere. I confronted him in the office, my hands shaking, voice cracking. "Daniel, what the hell is this?" He leaned back in his chair, calm as ever. "Ethan, listen. The investors want a single point of leadership. Too many names complicate things. Don't worry, you'll still get paid." Still get paid. As if money could replace years of loyalty. As if money could patch over a knife in the back. That night, I walked home under the flickering streetlights, rain soaking my hoodie, and something inside me broke. The brotherhood was dead, and in its place, something darker was born. The months after betrayal were a blur of whiskey bottles, sleepless nights, and gnawing hatred. I watched from the sidelines as Daniel soared. HandyGo raised millions. Billboards went up. Daniel gave TED Talks, wearing sharp suits and flashing that smile that once made him my best friend. Every headline was like a slap across my face. The genius behind HandyGo, Daniel Pierce, a self-made success. Self-made. Funny, isn't it? Meanwhile, I was broke, working part-time tech support, eating instant noodles while he dined with venture capitalists. But hate is fuel, and I was burning gallons of it every single day. At first, I fantasized about physical revenge, confronting him in a dark alley, breaking that perfect smile with my fists. But I knew better. that would end with me in jail and him still the golden boy. No, his destruction had to be slower, colder, poetic. Revenge starts with patience. I followed Daniel's life like a hunter stalking prey. Social media, news reports, leaked company documents I still had access to. And the more I dug, the more cracks I found. Daniel wasn't just ambitious. He was greedy, careless. Behind a polished image was a man cutting corners, lying to investors, and making promises he couldn't keep. He was using company funds for personal luxuries, leasing cars, private parties, drugs, even. I started saving screenshots, archiving documents, every shady email, every falsified report. At night, I'd pin printouts to the wall of my tiny apartment, red strings connecting names, dates, transactions. It looked like the lair of a madman. Maybe it was. But it was also a roadmap to his ruin. Years passed. HandyGo grew into a multi-million-dollar empire, and I grew into a shadow. I moved to a new city, got stable work in cybersecurity, all while keeping one eye on him. Then one day, opportunity arrived. I was hired as a consultant for a firm that, fatefully, managed some of HandyGo's IT contracts, which meant I had access. Not directly, but enough. Slowly, carefully, I built backdoors, collected evidence of tax fraud, under-the-table deals, falsified user data. Every keystroke was electric. Every discovery was a shot of adrenaline. This wasn't just revenge anymore. This was justice. Before I destroyed him, I wanted him to taste fear. Anonymous whispers started spreading online, posts on forums, tweets from former employees, questions about whether HandyGo was faking its growth numbers. Investors hate doubt. Doubt spreads like a virus. Daniel began spending more time on PR damage control, more late-night calls, more panic statements. I'd watch his interviews, zooming in on the subtle twitch of his jaw, the faint crack in his perfect voice. The cracks were widening, and I wasn't done yet. The kill shot came 2 years later. I had everything. Proof of embezzlement, emails showing Daniel bribed inspectors, records of drug purchases using company credit. I packaged it neatly, sent it anonymously to 3 places at once. 1, the board of directors. 2, a major news outlet. 3, the FBI. Then I sat back in my dimly lit apartment, sipping cheap whiskey, and waited. The storm hit fast. Headlines exploded. HandyGo under federal investigation. CEO Daniel Pierce accused of fraud. Stocks plummeted overnight. Investors pulled out. The board suspended him. And the image that burned itself into my memory was Daniel being let out of his glass office building in handcuffs. Cameras flashing. That perfect smile finally gone. I paused the news broadcast, rewound it, played it again, and again. Each time, it tasted sweeter. If this story struck a chord with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you felt while listening. And of course, subscribe to Echoes of Revenge for more powerful stories of betrayal, justice, and unforgettable payback. Your support is what keeps these echoes alive. If this story struck a chord with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you felt while listening. And of course, subscribe to Echoes of Revenge for more powerful stories of betrayal, justice, and unforgettable payback. Your support is what keeps these echoes alive.